Falling from the sky without a parachute should mean certain death. But in 1972, a flight attendant survived a fall from 33,000 feet, the highest fall in history. On January 26, 1972, JAT Flight 367 was flying from Copenhagen to Belgrade. Among the crew was 22-year-old Vesna Vulović, a Serbian flight attendant who had only recently started her career. What began as a routine flight turned into one of the most unbelievable survival stories in aviation history. As the plane cruised over what is now the Czech Republic, tragedy struck. At an altitude of 33,000 feet, an explosion ripped through the aircraft, tearing it apart midair. Investigators later believed it was caused by a terrorist bomb placed in the luggage compartment. The plane disintegrated in seconds, scattering wreckage and passengers across the mountains below. For everyone on board, survival seemed impossible. But somehow, Vesna Vulovic's story was different. When the aircraft exploded, Vesna was trapped in the rear section of the fuselage. Still strapped to her seat, she plummeted over 6 miles through the freezing winter sky. Miraculously, the wreckage she was in landed on a snowy, forested slope, cushioning the impact just enough to save her life. Rescuers found her critically injured, her skull fractured, legs broken, and ribs crushed. Doctors doubted she would survive the night. Yet Vesna's spirit and determination were stronger than anyone imagined. Vesna spent weeks in a coma, followed by months of recovery. Against all odds, she learned to walk again. Although the injuries left her with lifelong scars, she made a near-complete recovery. Her survival was so astonishing that the Guinness World Records recognized her for the highest fall ever survived without a parachute. Vesna became a national hero in Yugoslavia. Despite her terrifying ordeal, she longed to return to her work as a flight attendant, though airline doctors never cleared her to fly again. Instead, she worked in an administrative role for the airline and later became an outspoken peace activist during the Balkan conflicts of the 1990s. Vesna Vulovic's survival was nothing short of miraculous. Falling 33,000 feet should have been fatal, yet she lived to tell her story, proving the extraordinary resilience of the human body and spirit. To this day, her name remains in the Guinness World Records, and her story continues to inspire as one of the greatest tales of survival in history.